Morning, everybody. It's September 16th, and here in Lehi, Utah, the temperature is about 65 degrees, 18 degrees Celsius. We're going up to a high of 84 today, so that'll be 28 degrees Celsius. We've had some nice days the last few days, so that's been good. We had our last burst of 97 to 100 degree weather a few days ago, and I'm thinking that it may have ended by now. I'll be showing you that on my temperature topography chart, but we'll see. You never know with Utah, it might switch around and do something else, but it's beginning to feel like fall. Our days were clear the last few days from all that smoke from the California fires. We seem to have a little bit back today, but not a whole lot, and some puffy blue clouds and a really nice day coming up. So I'm Colette, the Highway Stitcher. I'm here to give you my stitching from the highway and home. Hello, everybody. Hello to my new subscribers. Thanks for joining me. I want to thank everybody for all their kind thoughts and prayers that they had for my son-in-law. He is gradually getting stronger. He went back to work. He's off of oxygen. He's tired, but he is getting better. So I just wanted to let you know. I normally do my updates, life updates at the end, but I just wanted to let you guys know. Thank you so much. The Floss Tube community is wonderful, and I don't say that enough. And so I'm grateful for all you guys. Thank you so much. I'm hoping this is a short one today. I'm getting ready to do some highway stitching and head to Southern California. So I just want to show you update on the last things that I stitched on and tell you what my plans are for when I'm down there. And then you won't be seeing or hearing from me probably until the first week of October, if we're lucky, because I am heading to another retreat after that. So we'll see if I can get a video in between. So I'm going to have some, of course, whips, of course, plans. I am going to have an FFO, but unfortunately I cannot show it. It is a gift for someone who I do not want them to see it here on Floss Tube. So my plan will be when I get back from this trip that I will show you. I'll make a little video clip, and so you'll be able to see what it looked like. Last time I forgot when I had an FFO I was doing as a gift and forgot to take a video clip of it. This time I do intend on remembering that so I can show it to you because I'm pretty happy with it. So with that, we'll move on to whips, and I'll get through these whips with you and move on to my plans for highway stitching. First one off the top is temperature topography. Been keeping up on this, been pretty happy. This is a pattern by Stitchy Mommy on Etsy. She's also on Floss Tube. I affectionately call this Temp Typo, and it'll be interesting to show you. I did E and P in September, and they're all dark again. We've had some hot weather, as you can see. This is being stitched on 32 count Peanut by Be Stitched Me fabric, and it's 2/2. 2 floss threads over 2 linen threads, and I'm using the DMC colors for the 4 degree temperature varied range. So if any of you guys are interested in starting one of these, she has many stitching temp patterns in her Etsy shop, as well as a new one will be a butterfly one this coming January. So thanks Sarah for all of them. As you can see from this E and this P, we went back to very dark colors, meaning we went back to very high temperatures. Let me see my notes. I think it varied between, 97 and 100 degrees. And that was for several days, maybe 6 days. I know this September chart is, the variation in the days is more closer together. There's only like 3, maybe 4 days on each, like for 3 or 4 temperatures for each letter. So I'm guessing that's about 6 days. But it was pretty hot for a while because that S for September was cooling off. So when I start up the next ones, I'm sure it will be more like the S. I'll be bringing this one with me. I might as well say it's easier, then I don't have to re-show you everything. I'm going to bring this one with me for my highway stitching, of course, because I like to keep up on it. I don't want to like leave it at home and then have a lot to catch up on when I get home. So it's easy. I can just go on my weather app, and it's so easy now, you know, with all your computer stuff. I can just go on and check the temperature for Lehigh, Utah every weekend and put it down. So, and actually, looking at this, I'm going to be putting it down through all the way through September. In fact, I'm probably missing a couple days here, but got busy and haven't done them. But anyway, on to the next one, Talavera. This is the Linen and Threads Mystery Sal for the year. And it's based off the Talavera pottery in Spain, in Mexico. So, what I did this time, as you can see, if you've been keeping track, is I finished the September block. Oh, come on. Put it like this. There. And this is what I chose to do for my September block. So that is a finish. And with that, I am totally caught up. So that's a really good feeling. We have 3 more months. So of course, well, I say of course, but I never know what Linen and Threads is going to do. But I am guessing that we will probably do October, November, and then whatever this is, which may go down here, I'm thinking, but we'll see, will be December. So anyway, that is a finish for Talavera. Oh, for those who don't know, who just started watching me, this was stitched, or is being stitched on 32 count. So I got white Lugana and even weave, and it's being stitched 2 over 2 floss threads over 2 linen threads. And these are the colors I chose. Everybody could choose whatever colors they wanted. If they just wanted a monochromatic, they could keep it as such. If they wanted the bright colors of the pottery, they could do that. So I picked 5 colors for a 5 colorway, and just have alternated, and just decided myself. One friend of mine who's doing it, she wondered how I was getting the colors choices I did, and I told her I was doing something that I normally do with my lace, because I do design lace. I don't design cross stitch, but I do design lace, some lace patterns, and I take colored pencils, and after I've got my pattern the way it is, I color in the area. And so that's how I decide on my colors for my Talavera. Is I take 5 colored pencils, the same, close to the same color as my 5 colors for DMC floss, and then I copy 4 or 5 black and white copies of the pattern, and then I color them in, and whichever one I like the best, that's the one I use. So it works out really good. So if any of you are interested in doing something where you're not sure color wise, give that a try. Just color in, you know, make several copies and color it in, because it really does give you a good idea on what you should do. So let's see. Okay, I moved on to one of my challenge pieces where I have to get 400 stitches done a month, and one of my challenge pieces is Harriet Elizabeth Coe by With Thy Needle and Thread. So even though I'm not doing sampler September like a lot of other people, I guess you could say I'm every now and again picking up a sampler, because this is part of a challenge that I have to do for at least 400 stitches on every month. So Harriet Elizabeth Coe has been done 412, let me see, 402 stitches this month on her. This is being stitched on 28 count, picture this plus fog, and with the called for overdyed threads and 2 floss threads over 2 linen threads. And the part that I did, if you kept up on what I did last time I showed this, last month, is all of these flowers and leaves all the way across. I almost made them all the way across, but when I reached the 400, I put it down to work on some other challenges. So I almost made across the whole bottom there. I'm looking forward, you know, doing all of the, you know, lines and stuff is fine, but I'm getting a little tired of that. So I am looking forward to the motifs down at the bottom, you know, like the birds and the other things, because I'm getting a little tired of the straight across stitching. So, and that'll be coming up after that line is totally done of the flowers and the leaves. Okay, my next one is Dimensions Enchanted Stocking. That's a gold collection dimensions chart. And I'm doing this one with Amy of Amy Loves Toads. Hi, Amy. And I started right there in the middle. I just decided to start in the middle, and I have been working my way up. This is being stitched on like a 16 count Ada. It's the kit Ada. It's kind of a light blue. And this is showing through, so let's see, that's a little better. And it has, of course, the kit threads too. And it's 2 linen threads over 1 Ada block. You can see my Grinch there. A Grinch needle minder. Anyway, what I did this last week was I filled in a lot more of this cream, you know, the different colors of the cream, and I started stitching here on the outside of this first ornament. So this is a whole bunch of oh man, you know, I'd have to go back and check, but I believe it's 3 strands, 10 stitch, and you just count. And so some of the blue Ada will show behind it. That's why it's probably blue. So it's kind of a light color. So these are going to be little patterns on the outside of the and around the ornament. So my plan going forward on this, I'm going to do some of the outside and fill some of this inside. This will be trees coming up and branches and stuff, and then I'll eventually put back stitching on them. So it's coming along. Oh, let's see if there's anything else. Nope. That is it on the dimensions chart. Okay. I also had another challenge piece that I finished my 400 stitches on, and that was Garden Prelude by Mirabilia. This is being stitched for my oldest grandchild, Mari. I know she doesn't watch. I didn't ever tell her I had a floss tube, so I don't think she knows about this. I hope. She hasn't said anything. Usually she says something. So she is going to the University of Utah next year. She got accepted. And she is going to have an exciting time. So anyway, I'm excited for her. But she is a violin player as well as a singer, and just such a, you know, talented girl. Anyway, I decided to stitch this piece for her. I'm not doing the background of all the flowers and the planter and stuff like that. I'm just doing the girl, emphasizing the girls that is playing her violin. I did a few color changes on the skin and on the hair to reflect Mari. She's very light-skinned and has kind of a reddish brown hair, medium color brown hair. So that's what I did for the change. This month, what I accomplished, I've actually still got a thread in the back here where I stopped. This one's always fun to work on, but again, I needed to stop it to move on to another challenge piece that I wanted to work on. So with this one, what I did is I filled in all of this inside part of her dress. The last month I had kind of veered out this way and this way. This time I had a whole big section here that I needed to fill in, or wanted to fill in. So that is what I did. This is such a pretty color of like teals and different shades of teals and lavenders, and oh, it's so pretty. I just love the colors in this. They just are beautiful. It's a fun stitch. So that, oops, okay, forgot to tell you, this is being stitched on a 32 count Picture This Plus demoiselle, and it is a linen that is kind of, if you can kind of see there, it's got very subtle shades of pinks, greens and blues, really subtle. You can barely tell they're there, but just enough to give it some, you know, flair, I think. And I'm using the Cold for DMC floss for it. And it's 2 floss threads over 2 linen threads. And I hope I remember to say that for the rest of them. I'm just trying to get through this so I can get on to getting ready for my trip. Okay, just a minute. I had to bend down and pick up one of my pieces that fell on the floor. Okay, on to the one full coverage that I worked on a little bit this week to keep up on a challenge that I'm doing during the year. Anyway, this is an Artisy full coverage called A Lace Maker in her full tattered form of this poor page. And this is artwork by Miles Burkett Foster. This is a lace maker, of course, as you can see, working on her pillow. I did about 400, let's see here. Oh, I did about 404 stitches on this, so not a lot of work this last week. This, of course, is full coverage, so you can tell. And this is a piece that I'm stitching on a 25 count, even weave, 1 floss thread over 1 linen thread, full cross. And let's see, it's one I'm just charting or gridding myself. So, and the part that I worked on this time, I had started right here, the dark part above the window. And so I started filling in the stuff that goes with that, because I was thinking, I think I'm going to try to fill in the rest of this window, what goes with it, just out of curiosity to see what it looks like. So I did some of the dark browns, some of these pale colors here, and so that was pretty much the only section I worked on. I had one person make the comment that they thought that that looked out of place there, and I think, yes, it does. It looks kind of stark right now on the pattern, but I found with full coverage you have to trust the pattern. These pictures aren't always the best, and you have to trust the fact that that pattern will all of a sudden evolve and come out to the way you want it to be. And I believe with this, even though I'm just working right now in the part where that window is, I believe with how the colors are shaded, and when it's filled in around the sides and here, that's going to recess itself back just as a dark color would do, and it'll look just fine. So it's amazing what these designers do with these patterns and how they make them click and work out. So this one, of course, even far back, isn't really going to show you yet exactly what that window's doing, but when it gets all done and gets filled in around the sides, it will. So that's a lace maker. So a little bit of full coverage work done this week, not a lot. But I love Pattern Keeper, PK, so much that I can't stop doing some kind of full coverage every week. It's just really fun for me. Okay, I did do a new start. I shouldn't have done a new start, but a couple friends of mine here in Utah, we had a little mini retreat down south in St. George. There's just a couple of us, and one of these kind friends gave us a kitted up pattern with a fabric, floss, and pattern of this cute fall piece called Haunted by Luminous Fiber Arts, Misty Purcell. So we were texting, and they all got excited and said we should start this for fall. So of course I'm going, well, I was with them too, so I've got to start it too. So anyway, one of us is doing just the little ornaments, which are, she's finished this one last night, and it's so cute. And I opted just to do this one, and I started up in this, it would be the left-hand corner here. I like this piece with that cute little ghost in the middle, so that's what I opted to do. And when I counted it last night, I just worked on it yesterday in between other things I was doing, and I got about 358 stitches. So here it is with that cute moon and some of the OCT and a little bit of the border. And this is being stitched on. She gave me a vintage Stormy Night, an even weave, and with the called for colors. So thank you very much. This has been a fun stitch, even just working on it a little bit. So okay, so that is all my whips for this week. So plans. What am I taking to SoCal for the retreat? Oh, if you're new, I better tell you. I am driving down to Southern California to do several things. That's where I was born and raised, and I lived until 10 years ago. So I have a lot of friends still there, some family, my sister's there. And about 5 or so years ago, there were several of us stitchers that started up a retreat. And it's down in the Temecula area of Southern California, between San Diego and Los Angeles. And so every year we've done this retreat, except for COVID year of last year. And I'm excited because it's been opened up again and we are having the retreat. So I'm very excited. It's the oldest retreat I've been to, and I'm excited to be down there with my friends. All of you who watch my Floss Tube, I can't wait to see all of you. It's going to be really, really fun. So I had to decide what to take with me. So some of the days I will have a chance to stitch. There'll be 4 stitching days for the retreat, Thursday through Sunday. But I am leaving early, and I'm going to do some other traveling around visiting friends. And in some cases, there'll be stitching involved with that, which I will tell you about when I come back. And some relatives I'll be visiting, the retreat, and then after the retreat, I'll be visiting my sister and spending time with her. So if all goes well, I'll get a chance to work on a little bit of each one of these pieces. We'll see. I'm going to bring Maleficent. I've missed stitching on my Dark Lady. I'm bringing Lace Maker too. So both the full coverages, I'll have Pattern Keeper with me, and I just want to get, just a few stitches in on them. I need the stitches on Lace Maker for my 21,000 in 2021 challenge, and so I need to keep up on that, but I did want to work on Maleficent some too. So it's the first thing I'm bringing. I'm also bringing this one too, to keep working on it since it is fall, and it's a fun one to work on for fall. Let's see, I don't think there's any more of the pieces I showed you that I'm taking with, except the Enchanted Ornament Stocking. I'm taking that with me, and Haunted. But Garden Prelude and Harry Elizabeth Co., I already got my stitches done on that for the challenge, so they will not be going with. And Talavera will not be going with because it is done until it's the next block. Temp Typo will come with, so I can keep up on the temperature. This is my main piece that every day will have work done on it, and if I'm feeling still not caught up, other things will not be worked on. But I would like to just keep up on it and then still work on other things. And of course, that is Those Who Sing. I want to get this done by my birthday, which is October 29th. And my birthday friend and B-Day twin, Krista, has finished this. And so, I've got to get a move on so I can get it finished too. So that will come with me. It'll be stitched on. I am bringing a couple others that I just love, but whether I get any stitching done on them, you know how it is, you always bring too much when you're traveling. But I love these pieces, and so I haven't had a chance to put any stitches into them for a long time. So I'm going to bring them and hope that I can get something on them. One of them is Pandemic. That's Long Dog Sampler. This is being stitched on a white even weave with a Silks for You blue-green silk. And it's so pretty. So I'm hoping to get a few stitches done on that. And then the last piece I'm going to bring too is one that I enjoy so much when I stitch on it, and I don't get enough done on it as I should. It's called Cross Stitch Fun. Oh my goodness gracious. Who is the designer on that one? Oh, Kesslin. It's this one right here. Kesslin's Cross Stitch Fun. With all the cute motifs. Animal motifs and the others. So I am bringing this one with me. I don't think you're going to be able to get anything from that pattern, so I'm just going to show it. That's just a little bit I've gotten done. So I'm using a sulky thread. It's called Smoky Gray, and I'm stitching this 1/1 on 25 count because it's going to be big anyway. As you can see, it's not even down to the bottom, so I wanted to keep the count smaller on it to make it a little smaller. So, and it's being stitched on Vintage Stormy Night for those who didn't see it before. So those are the ones, some of the ones. I mean, I think these are mostly what I'm bringing with me. I don't think I'm bringing anything else. My last few days before I leave, I'm leaving on Monday. I'm leaving on Monday. Last few days, I need another challenge piece finished, which is the Oz Emerald City. Well, actually, that's Emerald City is, oh my goodness, Al Forest Designs. I'm going to work on that and get my 400 plus stitches. I'm also going to continue working on Lace Maker to catch up on my stitches that I haven't gotten done yet to keep up, and Those Who Sing by Drawn Thread. And then they'll just be tossed in my bag and taken with me on my trip. One other thing before I end is I'm going to do a birthday start every week. I'm going to start on the 1st of October, and so every week, the 8th, I believe the 15th, the 22nd, and then the 29th, if I've got that right. The only reason I'm remembering that is that I have several grandkids and kids who have birthdays exactly a week from when my birthday is. So when I backtrack, I know the days. One of them was born on the 8th, another one was born on the 15th, another one was born on the 22nd, so it's easy to remember each week. And since there are 5 weeks, I mean there's 5 days that work for the week, I'm going to do 5 starts. The 29th, which is my actual birthday, will be started with Krista, and it'll be whatever we decide on our birthday start, which we haven't finalized that yet. We have some ideas, but it's not totally set in stone yet. It will be soon. I have some other ideas for my other starts, but I'm only going to show you what I'm taking with me on the trip because October 1st is a Friday. I will be with my sister, and I am going to do a new start on that day if I can, or sometime that weekend, and just get a few stitches into it. So I've always, I'm going to do all my new starts are going to be something that has been in the back of my mind for quite a long time that I've wanted to do. Either a new designer that I haven't done, or a type of doing something I've always wanted to do, a little different. So the one I decided to bring with me is a Soda Stitch pattern. Never done Soda Stitch, which is kind of funny. I've had this, the time for myself, for about 2 or 3 years. Love that little girl stitching, and I've always wanted to work on this one. So I decided that it would be the one that I pick out of my Soda Stitch patterns to work on. So this is what I'll be doing. I'll just tell you what, it's going to be on kind of a medium blue fabric, which I have in the other room, with a DMC floss. So I'm excited to start her. So anyway, that is what I'm going to be doing for the next couple weeks. If I'm lucky, I'll be back around the first week in October. If not, I'm heading off on another retreat on the 13th or 14th, and so I may not get one in. It might be more than a month before I do, but we'll see. I'll try my best. And before I end, I have to do my quote. So let's pull this out. Life updates. Not really much. Like I said, I mentioned my son-in-law. He's doing good. I've been working on my own medication to change the the amount I take or whatever else. And I have some good days and some bad days, but not anything that, I'm still here doing things. So let's hope that that moves on and completely gets better, and that's what I'm praying for. So other than that, everything's good. I'm planning, working towards the trip. So let's see what I can find here. This is an interesting one by G.K. Chesterton. It says, there are two ways to get enough. One is to continue to accumulate more and more, and the other is to desire less. That's a really good quote. I know as stitchers, we love to just keep accumulating more and more, and it is fun. But I think and maybe we found this out during the pandemic, I don't know. If we start looking at what we've already got, use what we've got, we'll find that we have a lot, and we won't desire it quite as much. I'm not saying that we shouldn't have the things that we have. What I'm saying is maybe appreciate them and enjoy them of what we have, and realize that we can pull out some things and work on them, and maybe we can do that without getting tons more. So I guess that's a little bit that I would offer you as for our daily gratitude journal. So remember that you can desire less, I think, sometimes, and there's still stuff for you to love and to work on. So with that, I want to tell you guys to enjoy your time stitching, and I most certainly will. Remember to see the beauty out there, and wherever you go, whether you're stitching on the highway or at home. And love you guys a lot, lots, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.